YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I'm back with another video for you guys. Now this video just blew my mind, all right? And it's interesting because we were just talking about, you know, pimping in the pastors, pimping in the church and stuff like that. And I came across this story and I wanted to share it with y'all. Y'all gotta see this. Make sure you chime in the comments about the story. I definitely want to hear y'all thoughts. So make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. So we're gonna get into the video. I want to hear your thoughts. Please chime in. Let's get into this. Let's hear what she's saying, child. Here we go.
To be a member in good standing and have the right to vote, adults are to contribute the minimum amount of $50 per month.
It was from the church saying she was delinquent in her financial support.
People was very friendly there, you know, and I really enjoyed being there.
Candace Peterson says finding the Greater Mount Moriah Primitive Baptist Church was a blessing. The single mother had been looking for a church closer to her new home, and 6 months in, things were going perfect. That is until this letter arrived at her home late last week.
To be a member in good standing and have the right to vote, adults are to contribute the minimum amount of $50 per month.
It was from the church saying she was delinquent in her financial support.
$50 per month. Now this shocked me because I haven't heard about the $50 per month. So where did you get this from? Then Mount Moriah Day is on there, $150.
The letter also says Peterson would be responsible for a church anniversary fee of $250.
This is insane. This is insane. This is insane. The church is gonna get their money one way or another. If tithes are down and offerings are low, they gonna come up with a plan just like every other business to get their money. If you ain't getting them tithes and the offerings, we gonna start charging monthly fees to all of the members to make sure that we have some money coming in. That's crazy to me. And we talk about the pimping preachers and the people in the church manipulating folks and taking advantage of people. They've taken it to a whole new level. This is insane to me. What the audacity to have members charging fees, and it wasn't just the $50 a month. There was other fees on there, $100 for the month or whatever the church name. They got a certain day. They got to pay for that. What do you pay? What do you get out of that? Being a part of it, maybe you paying to be a part of the church. You paying a membership fee. You paying for the events that the church have. You paying for the church just whatever they want to whatever charges they want to come up with. They're charging it to the members. Now, mind you, if you have, you know, you go to these churches, you know, a lot of these members these are average, everyday people. These people don't make a lot of money. A lot of these people are on government assistance and SSI. A lot of these elderly people that go to these churches, they don't have a lot of income. In fact, in a lot of these churches, it be the members who actually need the help. A lot of these people be struggling just to pay their bills. So how is it that they're going to be able to come up with all these extra monthly fees to pay to a church that they just attend? They're not a part of building this church. They just are a member. And they're expected to pay, you know, their tithes and offers. And on top of that, you got monthly fees to be a part of that church. Well, I could definitely see the memberships in those churches declining, as it's already been doing. A lot of people don't go to church like they used to because people look at the church as a hypocrite. People look at the church as not being authentic and not real, and they're no better than the streets in a lot of situations. So now you're trying to charge people. Oh, they probably lose members, because there's no way in the hell that I would be up in the church paying membership fees to go to a church and you're supposed to be going there for God. You're supposed to be going there to worship God and pray for your life and your sins, and they're charging you to be there. I thought the tithes and offerings is not enough. I'm saying they done leveled up. They said, hell no, these tithes, like I said, these people don't want to pay tithes, so now we're going to make you, if you want to come to Mount Moriah or whatever the name of the church is, baby, you got to pay these offerings. You got to pay these membership fees, these dues, or you can't enter. You can't be a part. And I think a lot of people, just because a lot of people may not be able to afford it, they won't attend. They'll find another church. And then some of them will find a way to pay it, you know, because their loyalty is with that church, with that pastor, with that ministry home. So some people will try to come up with the pay, but I just think that this is insane. I've already watched a bunch of church videos where the pastors are cussing left and right, and the people are just saying whatever, all the most strangest things, to the point where you like, what is the purpose of church now? Is it necessary for people to even go to church? Because we know that, hey, you can have a relationship with God without going to church. Church is just a formality. It's like you going there to help them thrive and help pay for what they need you to pay for, help pay for the church ministry and the building fund and all these things that they decide to do. Y'all are just the pawns in helping them to maintain that. I've been a part of big churches where, hey, it don't really benefit the members. The members are paying for the pastor, the pastor's children. They become rich and have good lifestyles, and the majority of those people who have contributed to that church are still broke. And once again, I came from Katrina, and a lot of those people lost their houses, lost their apartments, lost everything that they own. And a lot of them weren't able to get help from the church, but the church could just move on and thrive because they've already gotten all y'all money. So now they can move on and relocate and be fine. But a lot of the members were not. And that's just a fact. In 2025, the church is not the same the way it used to be. People are moving on. People are not, loyal to the church and all of that anymore. We see too many hypocrites. We see too much of people abusing the church and abusing the members, guilt tripping these people into giving their money to keep the pastors and everybody who's a part of that, make them rich. And while these people are struggling, a lot of times they can't even go to the ministry themselves to get help if they having financial issues. A lot of members in certain situations that I've experienced were not able. They've paid tithes and offerings and have donated and given to the church for years, and the moment that they had an issue, the church was not able to help them, and that threw a lot of people off, which in my experience in the church that I went to, a lot of people start walking away from the church because they just didn't think that it was right. And so in this situation, I'm pretty sure there will be people walking away, because how could you, that's just, it's like you're trying to tax the people who are already struggling. These people are already having financial difficulties. These aren't the rich people. A lot of these people are living below their means. They don't make a lot of money. And so just the idea that the church is saying you got to have a membership fee now is crazy to me. I thought it was crazy hearing that you needed a credit card to enter some churches, because people were saying that. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but that they said you needed to have a credit card to enter and pay. I'm like, I know you lying, baby, but I'm not surprised. This is part of the reason why so many men in particular have left the church, because they see the finesse. They see what it is and they want no parts of it. Church is not what it used to be anymore. It's a money game. You can clearly see it. And I will say that there are some small churches who have been very helpful to the communities and to others. I wouldn't put all of them in that category, but the ones that actually help their communities and give back, you don't really hear from them. But there are some churches, and it's usually the smaller churches, in my opinion, and from what I've experienced, who are willing to help, who do more for the community than the bigger mega churches that are in those same communities. So yeah, there are some churches who actually do good and actually care about the community and give back, but a lot of them do not, and they do the bare minimum because they want to keep it, keep the money in circulation. They don't really want to give too much back because that takes away from them. So listen, I want to know y'all thoughts on this. What you think? Comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.